A lot of it is going to be a lot on our actions that some of us are taking daily. Because when you're in this as for a business, you really have to do the mundane things daily, if not at least like a work schedule, 5 days a week, 2 days off. And those kind of things are what's going to push the needle into your business so that you grow, so that you're not just stagnant for years and you're not just right where you feel like, okay, here I am, but you want to grow. And it's those mundane things that are going to get you there. And I talk about it on several calls, but it's just like a pilot. When you're on an aircraft, they have to get their little journal and they have to make sure and cross everything off before they take flight. Exact same thing here. Before your head hits the pillow, making sure you go through all of your customer care, make sure you go through and you posted that day. Posts are so powerful. Every single person knows that, but it's the other work besides the posting that is and gets the needle moving forward. So we're going to talk about that because I feel like a lot of people take summers off, and summers are actually what sets up your rest of your year. If you take off the summers, you're taking off for a full year. Summers are where people are excited, they're ready to get going. And if you miss that opportunity, then you've missed your fall opportunity to grow in the fall at a larger rank, or you keep going. So just those daily little things that you can continually do will push that needle. So you're probably like, what does that look like, Cassie? The biggest thing is reach outs. I know reach outs can be scary. I know that they're not fun, but it is what moves the needle. And right now, especially with gas prices, business reach outs are so powerful because you never ever know. And Cher is a prime example of that from the other day. You never know what people are praying for or how bad their finances are, because nobody's going to explicitly tell you that their marriage is crumbling or XYZ. So those main reach outs. And I'm going to give you tons of reach outs and tons of ideas tonight so that you can understand what they look like. Now, you don't need to copy them. You're going to make them your own. I'm just going to give you ideas and simple tasks that you can do so that you can hit those goals. And I mean, I wrote down several want to hit gold this month, re-rank Ruby or Ruby, and several want to hit senior gold. So that is huge. But those take tasks, daily tasks to hit those things. You can't just overnight think I'm going to keep posting and something magical is going to happen. No, that's like the pilot taking off flight and hoping he magically lands in Hawaii. No, he has to do the route. He's got to make sure he has all the steps. He's got to get there. And so that's the exact same thing with this business. You treat it differently, you're going to get the exact same result every single time. So a lot of us recommitted. We recommitted. Some of you guys are brand new. You just committed. You're like, hey, I just started. I'm excited. I want to learn more about this business. I really want to dive in because I want to be a part of something more or a part of bigger community. And a lot of us recommitted to be like, okay, no, I really want to do this. I want to get this going. I really want to ramp up what I'm doing. The thing is you have to have a plan. And I'm not the best planner, but that doesn't stop me from planning. You have to have a plan this summer on what it looks like. And so what that looks like is you planning events for your team locally. That's what I'm trying to do. Anybody that can, we have that camping trip, and then we have lunch in Harrison, Arkansas, on the 27th. So plan things locally for your people and invite them in, because they're going to see the caliber of what Plexus truly is. And you don't have to host a sip and see. You don't have to just invite people to your home and things like that, and invite and share about the products if you want to, or share your testimony. It's whatever you want it to do. People want to be invited this summer. So create at least 3 event opportunities. It can be online, but I feel like it's way more powerful if you can do something together with people this summer. Okay. Let's go to, okay. The other thing is you're probably like, well, what does all of this look like? And Shara, oh no, I have it right here. So this is our winning day. This is our winning day on what kind of we do every single day. A lot of us are in a chat group where we're super committed and we post this graphic every single time. So we know we're accountable to our goals. It takes 2 hours. You're probably like, well, Cassie, this is my summer. This is where I'm going to take off. I have so many vacations. If you do these little tasks, it takes 2 hours in a whole day. So that means if you work 2 hours, you have the rest of the day off. Every single task on here is down to the minute. So you know exactly what you need to do, set your timer. A lot of it is follow-up. And some of it that won't even take you 2 hours. So like it's 30 minutes to 60 minutes of follow-up, because Follow up is reaching out to potentials. Let's say Jen's messaged me and she's like, hey, I just caught a big fish, but I really am not feeling great. And what can help me? I'm just fishing out here. And I was just really thinking, I've been seeing a lot of your posts and I would, love to do this or XYZ. And then you get to talking and it's following up with her because it's been a week that you've chatted with her and you're like, I haven't heard from Jen again. So it's following up, reaching back out to those people. For me, I keep a note in my phone so that I know exactly who I talk to each week because I forget. I promise you, you will forget half the time who you chat with. Yet just today, I was like, what was that girl's name? Because I've got so many people on my Facebook now, I cannot remember everybody's name. And I hate saying that, but it's the honest truth. I just remembered it started with an M. So here I am scrolling because I forgot to write her name down. And I had to find Mandy because Mandy reached out to me and asked me what my link was or whatever. So we had a conversation, but it was time to follow up. So that was in my follow-up, 30 to 60 minutes of following up. That can mean customer care. That can mean anything. So just keep a note on your phone because your phone is with you 100% of the time normally, right? Even in the toilet half the time. Okay. 15 minutes of getting social. That is just connecting with
Cassie.
people. Yeah.
I just literally was looking at one of mine and just ran across somebody who I didn't follow up with. Just like you were talking about. So see, it does happen. And I didn't write her name down. And I'm like, oh yeah. So it happens.
And it happens more than you think. I've gone to where I'm like, oh, and here's the problem. Sometimes my watch will look at my message and it doesn't read. So then it looks like I looked at the message and I didn't. And so that's another thing that I have to scroll back through and realize, wait, I never heard back from Kristen or whatever. And it's because it was my fault. And so just really diving in, scrolling back and really focusing on those people you might have missed out on. So try to keep a note. I keep a note for potentials and I keep a note for, possibilities or whatever. Anybody in your phone that you can help trigger a memory that you can check up with. So 15 minutes of being social, that is planting seeds. I see Rachel posting and she's posting her, mail routes and things like that. I'm like, oh, how fun. I love that you like NSYNC in the background, blah, 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 whatever that is. And I don't know what that is. She just totally sent me NSYNC stuff today. It was great. If you don't know, I'm a huge fan of NSYNC, but long story short, it's just connecting like, that's so fun. Enjoy your day. Like we forget we have to be social. And so make sure you're social. That's 15 minutes of being social. So pretty much the scroll that you're already doing, go ahead and scroll and be social with people, really connect with people. And there are, if you want to see this, I can send this in our chat, but it's like, it gives ideas. You can follow hashtags and you can start following and connecting with other people that are in the same hashtag stuff that you enjoy. Like maybe you enjoy fishing and you start following fishing women or whatever. And then you connect with those people. That is planting a seed and being social. The next thing is 15 minutes for going for no. This is really where it's at. The rest are great. The rest are going to move a small needle, but this is where the money is at, to be honest. If you're reaching out about the business is an amazing, look at all of you. Look at how much Plexus has blessed you already. I want in the chat, if you can, I want to know at least 1 to 3 things that Plexus has blessed you with since you started. And I can guarantee somebody's praying for that opportunity. So think of 1 to 3 things of what Plexus has done for you already. And then I'm going to keep going. So put that in the chat if you can. But the business is really talking about the business. And I have great wording for you that you can start using. But I will tell you, you do not want to text this. You want somebody to hear your voice. You want to do a voice message. Voice message is where you hold down the phone and it records your voice, because we all know how differently a text can be interpreted. So you want to make sure they can hear your tone, they can hear your voice, they can hear your authentic self instead of a text message. The next thing is a phone call. If you're really close to them, phone call people, have a good conversation. If you really want this person to be with you and do this alongside of you, reach out to them, tell them why. Because those business reach outs are what's going to push the needle, especially with gas and stuff right now. More people are suffering than ever before. Their credit cards, I bet, are maxed out. They're trying to apply for another credit card just to get gas in their car. We do not want people to suffer like that. And I also don't want you to go to money mindset to where you're like, well, why would I ask somebody to join me, and then they're going to have to pay for products, and then they're going to have to, that is negative mindset right there. You have an opportunity to help them make 400 plus this month, $400 this month, and be able to help their health on top of that is a massive, massive opportunity. So do not miss out on that. And there's a great book for money mindset stuff. I can hand to you. It was Jessica Heffley's we just did last month, and I'll find it. Success, I think it was Millionaire Mindset or something. I'll find it. Okay, where was I at? Okay, so try to plan 3 events. I already went over that. Decide whether you're going to give at least 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, y'all, 5 days, 2 hours a week. What job can you come to and actually get paid the money that we do when you're only working 2 hours? Only 2 hours. That is just incredible. So try to really be committed to those 2 hours. Okay. And here's some other notes. It says, you make enough money to approach people about the income. Think about it. Look how much a lot of you have already made just starting out. You make enough money to be able to help so many people. Let's say you're starting over or you're brand new and you haven't made anything yet. You still have an opportunity to make money to be able to help people. The one thing you don't want to do is when you're starting conversations is to bait and switch. And most of you know what bait and switch is. And if you don't, it's mainly like, hey, Sally, how are you? How's your life going? How's soccer? How's things like that? And then all of a sudden you're like, and actually, I would love to chat to you about blah, blah. Just cut to the chase. Tell Shara, I'm going to tell Shara right now, Shara, you've been on my heart. I want to know, right? Like, I just want you to know, I really think that you'd be wonderful at this. You're an amazing planner. You're an amazing coach. You could really be an amazing leader and to be able to helping so many or more people feel better. I don't know if this is a great fit for you or not, but I wanted to make sure that I passed on this information. So I'm gonna give you some examples so that you guys can understand this. Let's say, hey, Christina, I know it's been a while since we've connected. Let's say this is somebody in high school and you really haven't connected in a long time, but this person, God keeps prompting on your heart and you don't know why. Hey, Christina, I know it's been a long time since we've connected, but I wanted to reach out and here's why. You've always been someone that I feel as a go-getter and has a really great heart for people. And right now in Plexus, there is a great opportunity, especially with the cost of living going up and gas going up. Here's the kicker. I'm on a team and I'm going to mentor at least 3 women of leaders this month. Now, listen, I've never talked to you about this and you can say like, hey, I'm sweating. I can't believe I'm even bringing this up to you, whatever that looks like. I'm sweating buckets here calling you or texting you or voice messaging you. This is not me, but I had to follow God's nudges. What I'm feeling and what I need to say or whatever you're going to say. I have no idea if this is a fit for you or not, girl, but I did want to reach out to you on the off chance that you are looking to create a little extra income for your family, or if you're looking to create a little extra income to cover the cost of your products and income on top of that. Or if you're even looking for extra income for this summer, she's like, whatever it looks like, you're going to gear it to them, whatever that cost of living is going to look like. Okay, here's another one. Hey, Jody. I know that we've never talked on the phone before. I know we've never talked, or you can voice message them. I just wanted to send you a quick message because I'm sitting here strategizing my summer and I realized that I had a couple of openings for a leader development opportunity on my team. And I wanted to connect with you on the off chance that you were looking for something at the moment. And I don't know if it's a good fit for you or not, but if you have a reason to look, I'd love to connect with you. So again, it's like, I don't know if it's going to be a good fit for you or not, but if there's an off chance that it might be, I'd love to connect with you. So it's putting it back in their hands in some aspect, but you're giving them the opportunity. Here's some more. Oh, Julia, do you have a question?
Again, no, I was just going to say, I think it really makes a big impact on people when you give them an out.
Yes.
Like if you put that in their lap and say, hey, I'm mentioning this to you, but it's okay to tell me no. I think that really takes a lot of pressure off of a lot of people whenever you do that too.
Yep, exactly. And I think that's what the wording, like, I don't know if it's going to be a good fit for you or not, but I just wanted to make sure to pass this along. And that, again, it puts that weight off. So at least you already are sweating buckets by messaging them, right? You know, you're probably going to get a no, but at least you did it. And if you didn't do it, you wouldn't be moving the needle forward. I saw this the other day, and I'm going to show you how powerful this is. It just came to me. I was going to do it later, but now I'm going to do it now. So if you do nothing, right? Can y'all see? Maybe. Hang on. Okay, you can see. Okay. Goodness. Okay, you can see a little bit. Hang on. Okay. Most people are like, well, I took 2 steps forward and I keep going back, right? And if you're saying this, then don't say anything. But 2 steps forward. I need another color. Darn it. But I'm going 1 step back. Well, you keep doing 2 steps forward and 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You're still moving forward. You're still doing something. I don't know if you can see that. It's not really good. But anyway, you get the idea. Like, I'm still taking 2 steps forward, even though I've done 1 step back. Every time you're still pushing that needle, you're still moving forward. And so, yes, every time you get a no, you're still getting a no. You're still doing something to move that needle forward. If you don't do nothing, then you're going to stay where you are and you just wish your dreams are going to happen. And that's not going to happen that way. It's just not. So just keep moving that needle forward and keep making those steps. We can see it. Okay, good. Yay. But it was eye-opening to me when I saw it, because I was like, that's so true. Because if you keep moving 2 steps forward, yes, you have 1 back, but you've still moved 2 forward every single time. Okay, so I'm going to give some more example. Or did somebody say something? Okay, no. Hey, Melissa. Hang on. How I know? Okay, how I do summer. Okay, so this is about teachers. So we all know teachers have the summer off, things like that. So it's, hey, I know that you're done with summer and you're done with school right now and you're in the summer and you're like some of my other teacher friends, sometimes you're looking to create some extra income over the summer. So I thought I would reach out to you with an opportunity to check out what I do for an extra income and see if it might be a good fit for you and your family. And you could check out the opportunity and see if the extra income works. And if it doesn't, for the off chance, that's okay, kind of thing. Again, back off. She said, because the number one thing that most of you need to do is that number one thing is not posting. It's not posting. Posting, yes, is great. Don't get me wrong. It brings some people in. We might get, I tell you, I still do get people from posts. I do. But the number one thing that's going to move the business needle is reaching out about the business. So making sure you're making your business a number one priority. If you do not have a minimum like of business reach outs at least a day, then you're just going to stay where you're at. Where was this at? Okay. So when I say she, it's Genevieve. Genevieve gives us a lot of these tweaks and a lot of this wording that I get every single week from our corporate call. And that's another perk of being a Jewel. You get a lot of amazing perks. We get to find out things beforehand. We get corporate coaching. We get all these things so that I can then pour it back down to you guys. So she said, yeah, you can have, and you can convert every single person to products, right? And every single person will love the products. But if you don't bring up the business opportunity or the referral program or anything that we have, then you're still going to just have happy product takers and your business will never move forward. She said the bridge to what you need to do is like the Y-plexus calls. Those are powerful. I actually gave Shara an idea the other day and she had some good points, but I wanted to hear you guys' points too. So we have these Y-plexus calls. These are wonderful testimonial opportunities that Plexus is already doing. They're on Zoom. People can, just like right now, don't even have to be their face seen. This is just a call that they're tuning into. They don't need to be seen. I feel like this could be a great opportunity for us to tap into to do messenger events, but to wrap them with the Y-plexus Why Now calls. They're every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it's 9, 10, 11. So 11 and 8 our time, Central Standard Time. And so what I was thinking was what we could do is a lot of people do messenger events and they run awesome messenger events about the products, about the company, things like that. And I think that those are great. But I wondered if we did a messenger event that was wrapped around the Plexus call. We were all watching it live, and we can tune in as like we're listening. Oh my gosh, that was a great, I loved hearing Julia's testimony. What stood out to you, things like that. Wrap up those calls. If you did not listen to, it was Amy starts with a K. I can never say her name right. She did a call the other day that was powerful on messenger events. And so I was trying to figure out how we could wrap the two together to where we offer an incentive for people coming. We throw people that listen to that call into 3 ways. So let's say Shara has somebody, and let's say she brings Rachel. So then me, Rachel, and Shara in a message thread, like, oh my gosh, what did you think of Julia's testimony? What stood out to you? And then offer some more feedback for that person. So at least they tuned in, they listened, things like that. So just I feel like we're really not utilizing those calls that Plexus are giving us. And they're like every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And don't get me wrong, I love messenger events. This was just an idea that came to me. So I want you guys to think about it. We can talk about it at the end of the call, but just start visualizing, like, what could this look like if we had people tune in every single week, and then we plugged them into 3-way calls and got them really going from then. I feel like it's working smarter, not harder, but it's completely fine either way. Okay. What was the other thing? Oh, so when you're talking to people, I really want you to get this down. I don't know if this is a right fit for you or not, but it's worked out pretty well for us. You should check it out for yourself. It's basically those 3 things that she says all the single time. It's worked out pretty good for us as far as we've been starting it or going, and you should check it out for yourself. I don't know if this is a good fit for you or not, but it's worked out for us. You should check it out for yourself. And she said, you just keep saying those things, like, you should check it out. It's been great for us. See if it's a good fit for you or not. Another one was, but I can tell you what it's worked out for us pretty good. You should check it out for yourself. Do the action instead of perfection. She said most people will want it to be perfect. When you keep waiting for it to be perfect, you are not ever going to do action. So always, always focus on action steps. People want a job more than ever right now. People want something in their hands to be able to work from home, to be able to be with their kids, to be able to be whatever. So let's give it to them. We have to be that vessel and to bring up this opportunity. Because we have people stressed about money. We have people stressed about their work. We have people stressed about the sense of fulfillment, like they're not fulfilled. They don't feel loved or cared for in their job that they're at. They don't enjoy their work. You have so many other things that are happening in people's lives, and we have the benefit of all of that and some. So this is why it's important to get those events for you guys this month or throughout the summer. Start scheduling things that you can do for your teams. I've already got 2 up. I'm working on 1 more. Really start trying to create excitement and things around what you have to offer so that then people can see what caliber Plexus truly is, especially our team. And then I wanted to open up for questions or, what you might have, or I don't know. I just wanted to open up questions on, what'd you say? Yes, I will put the verbiage in the chat. I need to tweak some of it, but I'll put it in the chat. Okay, so I'm going to read some of these back. When I asked earlier what Plexus has done for you, here's some of the answers. It was finances, income, supplements, and community, relationships, less anxiety, better sleep, more energy, community, all of those. Like, that's huge. Could you think of all the people that are possibly looking for one of those right now? Just one, not all of them, just one. Okay, so I want to open up for any questions that you guys might have. And you can type in the chat too. I know April, she's by her little ones right now too.
Once this done, Kathy, did you see that we're going to be hosting another FFC on next Saturday? So not this coming Saturday, the next Saturday, 18th of June. Here in Wichita. I can't hear. We were able to get Cindy's Osage Recreation Center. And it's Cindy's, and Cindy's where they have their church. So it's a pretty good size location. So I'm going to also try to include Giovanna and Kristen on that too. Sorry.
I love that. The 18th, what time?
It's the 18th from 1 to 3 in the afternoon.
Okay. That is awesome. Yay!
Yeah. That'd be good.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so what questions do you have? And again, if you want, we do these monthly. I'm doing these monthly because some people, we have seasons and we have times where we cannot commit to 5 days a week and 2 days off. That's okay. This group is not 100% strict, but pretty strict because you're in there, you're committed, you're really wanting to move the needle in your business. I mean, a lot of you have big goals, and the only way that you're going to hit those big goals are events and reach outs and being committed to the daily mundane tasks. So they don't have to be mundane. You can have a dance party every time you do this, but I'm just saying it's just that every little daily thing to do. So if you want to be in on that, we've already started our June thread and you can pop in really quick. But we're going to close that soon. And then we'll start a July thread in July.
Hey, Cassie.
Yeah.
Just for, can you send or post on one of the threads the rank up sheets that show like the gold, senior gold, ruby, senior ruby? I wanted to share it real quick, find where it was.
Okay. To show what it looks like,
And shoot,
like
did
what
you
you
hear me?
need. You were cutting in and out, but like what you need. Like,
Yes, I want to show her that.
okay.
At that point, I feel like it's not working.
Right, yeah,
Sorry,
I need to
I'll
talk to her more about that, and I kind of sent her a couple of the videos that Plexus has on YouTube to watch. But
Okay.
that is a good one for her to kind of see where those go.
What it looks like.
No,
I can
Yeah.
do that. Okay. Rank up sheet. Got it. So, not Hannah, Shara was coached the other night. So how do you feel after that coaching call and moving the needle now in your business to senior gold where it might have been different before?
It made me more confident in my decisions that I have been making. Because she kind of agreed with my plan and then helped give me a few little other tips to add on top of it. So it made me feel more confident. And actually, have not sent, since that call, I have not sent one message that said, hey, I want you to start the products. I have only sent business reach outs.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I really want that my goal. I really want to hit my goal. I really want to start getting to where I want to be a jewel, and I want that freedom, especially right now, well, money anyways, for sure. Because every time we turn around, there's something wrong with our vehicles, and it's been a struggle here lately. So I'm like really trying to dive in. And on top of that, with my knee surgery, I'm not working. They won't allow me to, my work won't allow me. My doctor said I can go to work, but my work will not allow me. So it's like I'm trying to help the burden of my husband right now too. So I'm really trying to I'm almost all day doing nothing but Plexus. All day I'm working as soon as I get up. So hopefully we'll get there.
Oh yeah, you will. And I think that's the biggest difference is we can find people to take our products every single day. People need our products every single day. And people are going to vitamin shops to get our products, different versions of ours, but to get what we have. But we have more than that. And that's the difference between having a small business that only operates on one employee, or are you going to have a bigger business that keeps growing and keeps being in momentum? That's what sets the bar and sets the table. I feel like when you have this vision and this goal of starting a sewing shop or earring shop, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to sell these earrings. Well, if you're only posting once about your earrings, it's really hard to get the word out for that. People can buy earrings all day long, then go on Amazon and buy them. But why are they going to buy yours? And what do you have to offer on that? And what business model do you have? So then maybe Rachel might want to start selling your earrings because heck, she wants to stay home too. And she wants to be able to sell something easy that people need. That's the difference, is those reach outs and being bold about offering what we have. So I think that's going to be a huge step for you this month, is seeing a lot of those business reach outs then turn into actual business builders because of it.
That is my goal because I would love to have some more business builders. I have plenty of product takers and that's fine. I'd like to add on to my business builders.
Yeah, it'll happen, especially with the work you've been putting in, a lot of work. And again, you might, and everybody on here, you're going to put in some work and you're not going to see stuff right away. And it's the only analogy that I can come up with is just like either a baby walking or a garden. It's not going to be immediate. The baby is going to have to learn to crawl, learn to then waddle or whatever and fall several times before it starts walking. Same with a garden. You got to plant the seed. You got to water it. You got to check and get the weeds out. You got to do all these things before it starts taking off. And those are those little daily things to keep doing, because then in about a month or two, or sometimes 3, it just boom, it just takes off. So usually June and July are huge rank up months because you've already been putting the work in several months prior, because January, February, March, and now we're in all of these. So it takes those months. Yes. So Julia put business builders are going to what's going to propel your team for growth. And that is the truth, because if they see your excitement and they know how excited and bold you are about the business opportunity, then they're going to be able to fill that. Every person is going to do what you do. So if you're not doing the mundane things, if you're not coming on team calls, if you're not doing those things, why do you think your people are going to do it? If you're not creating events for your team or creating, I don't know, opportunities for them, do you think they're going to? No, they're going to follow you, just like kids. You can, if I watch TV all day long, my kids are going to watch TV all day long. They're a sponge. They're going to do what you do. It's the exact same thing of people coming onto your team. They're going to follow what model you're showing them. So what are you showing them? Start thinking about what your summer is going to look like, because as those people kept coming on, they're going to follow your lead. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of guessing that hopefully by like August, it'll start. Oh, yeah. Especially since I'm right now really digging deep into trying to do business builders.
Right.
I can see it probably just blowing up maybe in August or so.
Well,
that's
and
kind of how it's been for me too.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, and that's the same for me. I got asked to be on a team call the other night, and it was the first time that I actually wrote down, here it is. I've never written down when I hit this point and when I hit that, I've just never written it down. And I looked at it and I was like, holy roller coaster. If I was anybody else, I would have quit 100 times. Like and I'm going to write this down for you guys, because it shows if you truly are committed and you truly see a bigger vision, you will not quit. And I am proof of that. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but holy guacamole. Like November of 2015, I signed up. Well, I didn't even sign up. Jana signed me up. I wasn't going to sign up. She gifted me the products. Back then, it took weeks to get our products, not 4 to 5 days, weeks. So it wasn't until December that I got them. And again, my story was I gave them back to her and then asked for them back. Long story short, I really didn't start till the end of December into January. So I always tell people I started January. Super Saturday, I went to Super Saturday, was going to just want to have a mom event. So here I am, just a happy product taker. Because again, I laughed at Plexus. But at Super Saturday, again, an event that brought the caliber of Plexus to me. I saw a bigger picture. So think of events that you can have and you can recognize your team there. You'll be like, oh my gosh, Julia, look at Cindy. Cindy just had these, like, you recognize people at your events, because then people are gonna be like, my boss doesn't do that. Oh my gosh, look what she just did for her. That was so cool. They're going to see those things. Do small recognition. You don't have to, but just show the caliber of what our team can do and just how powerful we are. So I did not go silver until March. So March, I hit silver. So that's 3 months. So March, then June, I went gold. June is usually a huge rank up month. They didn't have senior silver. Like senior silver is a brand new thing. So I went from silver to gold 3 months. And then in October, I went senior gold. And then that next year, March, I went ruby. And then July, I went senior ruby. So from 2016 to 2017, I went to senior ruby. So a year. Then I lost almost 400 points. I went in August of 2017, I went from over 1,000 points to 600 points. Okay. Then in 2018, I was at 500 and something, right? So here I am at like almost 1,100 points and I went down to 500. Then in May of 2018, I finally got back up to senior Ruby, which is about 750 points. So I was like, I was finally getting back up there, right? Oh, it doesn't stop. Then I fall all the way back to 472 points in January of 2019, 472. Then in March, and I didn't write every month down, I just kind of gave estimates. Then at March, I was at 600. This is where things propel, okay? In March of 2019, I went from 688. In April, I went to 1570 and our team hit Emerald. We hit Emerald, like it was Emerald. I got Emerald. I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. That next month, 1570 down to 812. 1500 to 812, okay? November, 559. So I lost 1,000 points. Then May of 2020, I finally got back up to Emerald or close to Emerald. I was at 1385. Emerald is 1500, so I wasn't there yet. Then June of last year, we were at 2,300 points. We just like rocket. We were so close, like Sapphire's 3,000. So I thought, oh my gosh, we're taking off. This is all the work that I've gone through, right? Where it's going to go. 2,345. In October, so this is June, July, August, and I kept dropping every single month. In October, I was already at 1,370. I dropped Emerald. I lost everything. Then, and I'm telling you, I'm just showing you as like, this is it can be a roller coaster, but it was a leadership opportunity that I had to take control of. And I realized I was running for points. I wasn't teaching my team to be leaders, the leaders that we all should be. I was just wanting happy leaders. I wanted everybody to stay with me. I wasn't telling people what they needed to hear. Like, you want to be on calls, come on calls. Like, you've got to come on calls if you're going to grow your business. You have to do these things. You have to do X, Y, Z. So I've gotten to where I had more of a backbone in the last little bit. But if I didn't go through any of that and kept falling, I wouldn't have ever gotten to where we're at now, where we are a steady Emerald team now. And so I tell you that because you are going to fall a lot. You don't have to fall like this, but you're going to grow. The only way that you're going to grow in your leadership or anything is to learn on what you need to do. I had to learn a lot. I am a recovering people pleaser. And so I let that control me for a really long time. And if you are a people pleaser like I am, it might be a little bit harder for you because you want to make sure every single person is happy, but you're never going to do that in life. I came to the realization that I will never, ever make anybody happy. I just can't. And it sounds so easy, but it was so hard for me because I had so many leaders that dropped off during all of this that I thought was going to be with me for the long haul. And it hurt. But I had to realize that's on them. It's nothing I did. I had to keep growing myself. I had to keep finding out what I needed to do. I had to find this mundane list to start doing every single day so that then I had a steady, consistent business instead of finding, okay, well, this team's doing this. We should do this. Okay, well, this team's doing that. We should do that. I always was running for what other teams were doing instead of listening to what we need to do. And so you're going to find what works for you, but I'm telling you, if you stick with it, just like any small business, you're going to have ups and downs, but you've got to stick with it to really make it work. And Julia said, yikes. Yep. Friend, it's been crazy, but I wouldn't be where I am right now if I didn't go through those things. And I think it's really helped me become a better person when I've gone through and I'm learning boundaries. I'm learning not allowing people to walk all over me, like those kind of things that I allowed for my whole life. That's the beauty of Plexus is I'm learning to grow in so many other ways outside of Plexus. Like it's making me a better person. It's making me to learn to say no. I was one that always said, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can totally. Yes, I'll go help volunteer. And now I can be like, nope. Sorry, I have a team call that night, can't help. Or nope, I'm sorry, I'm already booked. I can't do that. I'm finding the no's are a lot easier now. So those little things. And yes, falling forward, that is the truth. So just stick with it and it'll work. Okay, what questions you have? Does any of y'all have? We have about 15 minutes, but I already got a lot of you guys' goals. I know Shara's going for senior gold. I know Julia's going for Ruby. April, I know that we're just taking small steps and that is completely okay. You have to follow your journey. Every single person on here has their own journey. And so I know right now you're going through your own journey and we're here for every single step of it. Rachel, I know that you claimed gold, girl. So I want to hear every single person's plan for your summer, because you can't keep letting June go by and July go by and August go by and say, oh, well, it's just going to be the next month. And this is all of us, not just Rachel or anybody. This is like, no, I have a plan. This is what it looks like. This is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to give you like 3 minutes to figure out, like, just pop in ideas, what comes to your head of what your summer and what your plan is going to look like for you to hit gold this month. Because this is also the last month to hit rise up, rank up bonuses, to hit re-rank bonuses. You're not going to be consistent. This is time to move the needle. Consistent is the back door. Consistent is, I'm just going to just stay happy. And I know that's going to be the spot that I'm going to be. Staying consistent is not moving your business. So we're not even going to talk about consistency, because that's another bonus, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about ranking up or re-ranking because you haven't hit that rank in a long time. Julia, I'm going to start adding 3 business reach outs a day. I've only been doing 1. That's huge. That is awesome. And you have the sip and see on the 18th. So that's good. So start thinking and start writing some things down. I'll give you about 2 more minutes and then we're going to talk about some for a few minutes. Write out mine.
Ashley and I are doing a income messenger event tomorrow night.
Good for you. I love that.
It's so cold out.
Hey, Shara, can you send me an invite to that? So if I am able to get onto that, I'd like to see how that looks.
Up there.
Yeah, and if we get to where we're like, we want to do several of those this month, all of us can rotate too, like leading it. So it's whatever. I know for me, I'm doing more business reach outs, but I'm using more of the tweaks that Genevieve used. I've been pretty good with my business reach outs but I continually do it. I don't just give up on one person. If I really believe in somebody, I'm going to I'm not going to bug the heck out of them, but I just love on them. And I'm like, hey, there's another girl I'm loving on right now. Her name is Cassie too. And I'm like, hey, Cassie, have you thought about a little bit more about convention? I really think, and you guys, just if her name comes up, just pray for her. She lost her husband. She's our age. She has a daughter. She's going through a lot difficult, times, and she could really use our community. And so I could have every example of saying, well, she can't come. There's no way financially she could come. There's no way she could probably get off work. There's no way, right? No, I'm allowing God to have control in this. And I'm reaching out to her. And I did again today. And she finally was like, well, tell me a little bit more about it. I want to hear, because I think she's realizing how much she needs community right now more than ever. And we have that for her. She really could use that. So I never, ever give up on people that I feel like God is really putting in my path. And I don't even know her. I've never met her. She found me on Facebook. So that's another God thing. So I'm going to do a lot more business reach outs, but also follow up business reach outs, because I don't want to give up on people just that one time.
I've been doing a lot more, just stop and pray that God would lay on my heart somebody, and then I go and find them on Facebook.
I think that those are powerful. Like tonight, right before our call, God always gives us those people for a reason. We don't know the reason and we don't have to. And I think that when you do that, when you open up your business to prayer, he's going to be the priority and he will lead that. So I was with friends, we went out to dinner, and this couple was beside us, and I had no reason why. God was like, ask them what church they go to. Why would I do that? And so as we were leaving, I was telling my friend, I was like, I don't know why God's telling me to ask them what church they go to. And I was like, I'm just going to do it. So I go over there. I was like, hey, what church do y'all attend? And come to find out, they grew up in the same church style that I did my whole life. And I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I just thought how fun, how unique, that was so cool. It's great to meet you. I know exactly what church you go to. And then found out her husband was military. He was going to Africa. So, I was going to, told him, pray for your trip, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. We never know. There might not be anything with that, but we have to follow his nudges. And I just thought how cool that God was like, just ask what church they go to. So anyway, I want to do more of those why Plexus, why now calls, because I'm definitely not utilizing them enough. Honesty. And I really want to see or figure out if having them in a messenger chat is going to be different than just having them in a 15-minute messenger chat. I don't know. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that too. And then the other thing that I would like to do is I'd like to Facebook Live several of y'all and talk about the income on Facebook, and we can go back and forth with each other, because I feel like most people need to hear a live testimony a little bit more. So
Now, the way you were explaining it on here kind of, makes them feel not so alone doing the Plexus. I was thinking something else. That would maybe make them not feel like they're there by themselves, or if you're chatting it up together, unless they watch it on their phone, then it might be a little hard to do chatting back and forth.
True.
Well, no, not really, because you could get off of that. It's not
And
like a Zoom here. That's true. So
yeah, so my idea was make them still feel connected, but we're watching something live together. I feel like we're watching a live broadcast, and we're all like, hey girl, oh my gosh, can you believe that just happened? You know what I mean? And then
I like that.
Then we know who is watching. And then you also know, okay, well, your friend Sarah is watching. And so now it is the perfect opportunity, just like Amy said, to pull them aside and then put them in a three-way, like, hey, here's my friend Hannah or Cassie. Tell us what your favorite, what stood out to you the most on that call, and just go into that way. Because I feel like we keep making things harder and keep trying to create new things. And I'm like, Plexus keeps giving us all these opportunities and we never use them to the fullest potential. And so I'm trying to find ways to do that.
I like that. I think I like that idea. Hearing you explain it like that.
Okay. It's worth a try. We could do it. I always hear you want to try something for at least a month, because it's never going to work the first time the way it should. You want to try something for a good month or two. And then, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So, it's kind of like the Real People, Real Stories page, but in a more interactive version.
I know for the Welcome to Plexus that they do on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Say like last month I signed up 2. So I take those 2, put them in a message chat together with me, and I put the link there, and I have them, if they'll watch it and tell me what their takeaways were or whatever.
So pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Just it would be all of us doing it together, so that then there's a little bit more engagement. And so they're going to see, wow, there's 10 people watching this. Oh my gosh. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So just another idea. So, that's one that we could do, what's today? So it'd have to start next week, but still it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If I did that right, I wrote them down. And it's 8 p.m. our time or 11 lunchtime. So, and we could always just do an evening one for that. And then, during the daytime, people can do their own, but oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry. Sidetrack. Look what just popped up. Oh, darn it. Come on. So here we are talking. And this popped up. Not funny. That's me and Amanda. Anyway. Another Plexus girl. And I absolutely love her. She's not on our team, but another great opportunity to show people how much sideline friends are just as valuable. Okay. I want to hear now what your plans are. I heard Shara's. Where's everybody else at? And I heard some of Joya's. She's got the Sip and See. Yeah. And then her business reach outs.
I'll kick my plan is the next few weeks, I'll be kicking my IPA into high gear. Even though I won't necessarily be home a lot. I still have the ability to do that, which is the convenience of what we do, so.
Right. Okay. Moto is Rachel, and she's like, I need to hop off, but I think about what I need to do and post in the thread. Okay, do that. I want to hear it tonight. Think about it. Okay. Oh, she's got an early morning. So by the morning. Thank you for popping on, Rachel. Okay. And then we know April's is slow and steady, and we're going to get her silver, and it's going to be good. So, all right. Do y'all have any other questions or anything else that you're like, hey, let's talk about this for a second, or hey, da da da. And if not, that's okay. Or if you're like, hey, we should do this month, let me know. If you're like, we should do more of this. But almost all kids are, oh no. No worries. No worries. Well, I'm going to go ahead. Yes, let them sleep. let children sleep. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording so that the recording is not like